Here's a Fox exclusive. This is number 4. More documents released by the Trump administration pertaining to what I call Russiagate gate. And this one pertains to Mr. Clapper, who was the ran intelligence. And here's what it says. Clapper allegedly, in the Obama administration, Clapper allegedly pushed to compromise normal steps to rush 2017 ICA, despite concerns from NSA director. Gabbard declassified emails exclusively obtained by Fox News Digital, allegedly revealing that the manufactured intelligence assessment was deliberate and came from the very top. Dan, to do a little deciphering here, what's ICA and NSA?
Well, NSA is the National Security Agency. I am not sure what ICA is.
Yeah, see, I was pretending I knew. Beverly, do you know what that stands for?
I don't. I'm with you guys on this one.
All right, Google it.
Dan's going to Google it. But Beverly, this is a story getting a lot of attention in the red Twitter sphere, exosphere. And predict Rachel Maddow won't talk about it. She's probably not on tonight because she works one day a week. But what's your view of this type of allegation and how people should be thinking
Mark,
about it?
Just so you know, it's the Department of National Intelligence's Intelligence Community Assessment of Foreign Threats, ICA.
Intelligence Community Assessment. Thank you, Beverly.
So I'm going to take a lens on this from the general public and how they're viewing it versus the details and the intricacies of what's actually going on. I think people have generally made up their minds about how they feel about this issue. Getting the information out is confirming, but it's not a day-to-day issue for people. Of course, Trump feels vindicated whenever new information comes out that proves he was correct all along when it came to Russiagate and a lot of other different issues. So I think it's good for confirmation for President Trump. I don't think it's an issue that gets much traction, and you are correct. We aren't going to hear many retractions from anybody on the liberal side of this who made claims that are now proving to not be true, and I don't think we're going to get Obama to admit to anything either.
Dan, you've been a skeptic of all this stuff. Does this one move you off of that?
No, but what I'll say is, look, one, I think anytime you have kind of, I believe this is kind of like selective cherry pick stuff, you never know kind of what the full picture is. I agree with Beverly. I think most people have made up their mind. But the more there are stories of, let's just say, corners cut or stuff that was rushed, we don't have the full context, right? Every time I go on kind of the blue ecosystem, they're like, oh, I'll tell you why. Like, here's the explanation. But the more that stuff comes out, it just does not look good. And for those who are on the fence, or for those who do want to be more sympathetic to Donald Trump, I think it will begin to undercut stuff, which I believe is the goal of the Trump team with all of this.
Want more great clips like that? I've got an idea. Hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss a clip, and you can always watch our full episodes, join them live, go to twoway.tv.